At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Hello, pop fans. You are listening to Right Back At You, the 2000s pop music podcast hosted by David Lim and me, Joel Babington. We are jumping on for a very important, urgent record because last night we both saw the opening night of the Hilary Duff Small Rooms, Big Nerves World Tour. Now, listeners, this is going to be more of a free-flowing chat between me and David because Davo, wow, wasn't last night amazing? And we had to jump on and talk about it.
It's my first time seeing Hilary Duff, and I wasn't even expecting it at all. I mean, I knew the JB was going to the show because the minute the tickets were announced, I was actually more stressed for you, wanting to make sure that you got your ticket. Well, you weren't Stressica. You weren't Stressica Simpson at all. You got your ticket. You were sorted. You were there with your mate.
I was stressed before.
As for me, and maybe part of the reason why we're doing this now is because I got to go see it as well. And I'm very I'll just take it as it comes. I didn't get the tickets. That's fine. But my friend Adam got tickets and he was like, hey, do you want to come? So both of us end up going and was it halfway through the show? I was like, should we just record something at the end of this? Because this is so much fun.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad it came from you because I was going to message you before when you said you were going. And I was like, no, you need to see Hil, the power of Hil, and then we'll jump on for this. Just for context, listeners, if you've been living under a rock, this is Hilary Duff kicking off a whirlwind world tour, 4 cities, London, Toronto, New York, Los Angeles, and then a string of dates in Las Vegas. After that, kicking off this brand new album, Luck or Something, the first Hilary Duff album in over 10 years. The demand was through the roof, David. For London, the queue for a 2.5k venue, 60,000 people trying to get tickets. And then for the US, triple figures. So I was so blessed to get that ticket. And I got to give a shout out to my friend Emma, who managed to snag them.
Oh, yes.
David, for
Love
me,
Emma.
It was priority for where I work, the company. It was everyone in the office was trying to get tickets.
I love this. You had your hive on basically every ticketing platform. Everyone was like, this is crucial to your performance review. You need to make sure you get me a ticket to the show. So anyway, I love this. I just swanned into the venue and I looked into the crowd. I was on the balcony. I looked down. I was like, I know the JB is there somewhere. And I spotted your friend Emma and I was waving to people around you. I was like, get him. I was like, yes, him. The guy in that top next to you, him. Yes, him. Tap him on the shoulder. So anyway, Emma saw me. She was like, oh, she was waving and she tapped you. And I was like, yes. The JB and I, we were on the same side of the venue, different angle, same sides, different angles. I was a tier above. You were eye level with the Hilary Duff.
Now, David, the atmosphere in the room.
By the way, I have a bird's eye view, so I can say, I think you were maybe 5 or 6 deep from the stage. You were close. You were close. Like you could see the beads of sweat on her head. If she sweats
there was
at all.
No sweat.
That she doesn't. Duff don't sweat.
If Minogues don't sweat, and our girl is an honorary Minogue, she doesn't sweat.
She don't sweat.
The atmosphere.
She glistens.
She glistened. It was packed to the rafters. The atmosphere was electric in there, Davo, wasn't it? Because, listen to this. This was Hilary back performing for the first time since the Breathe In, Breathe Out album. As you'll know, if you listened to our episode last year, 10 years ago. But it's the first full concert, David, since the Dignity Tour, which ended in Australia in February 2008. Before this, her previous and only full London concert to date was in April 2006 at the Hammersmith Apollo, which I was at 20 years ago. She touched my hand, got a guitar pick.
Oh.
And then her last ever London performance before this was at GAY in March 2007, which unfortunately I wasn't at because I was too bloody young. Hilary Duff, 3 Songs for Dignity, and the very special guest was Liz McClarnon. But now we are back, baby. We did not know what we were getting. Would it be a stripped-down acoustic show? Would it be a full set? And let me know. You walk in, you see there's a huge disco ball in the ceiling, full band set up. We're in for a good time.
And also, the stage, which is what I love, carpeted. A carpeted stage says luxe. It says the 60s. It says... You know, it's giving me a little bit of Sabrina Carpenter's vibe. I know she didn't come up with this concept, but still, you know, we're talking about recent conjurances of this reference. So I love seeing the carpeted stage for Hilary. And obviously there are podiums for the drum kits, the drummers, various musicians. So I love seeing levels on the stage. And do you know what I really love when I got there? And because I knew he was 6 from the front... There were stairs on stage. This was for Joel Babington. This was for the JB. He loves a bit of stairs.
Just a little bit
action.
of a level.
Yeah.
You know, it's only 1 or 2, but we get what we get, you know?
Listen, the stage is not that deep, but for her to put stairs in, she's like, you know what? I'm going to give you levels.
The show was about 1 hour and 10 minutes, and it was all killer, no filler. And a couple of new tracks, which were all incredible. Now this, David, this was literally a show, to quote the song, What Dreams Are Made Of, there are songs I never thought we would see live. This was my, and the Millennials Eras tour.
Yes.
This could be doing stadiums. So let's go to the beginning of the show. Opens, band comes on, darkness. Hilary Duff struts out into the middle on the top of the little stairs. We hear the beginning of Wake Up.
Was that the song you had in your mind to open the show?
No, but it was absolutely the right song.
There's people talking, they talk about me. They know my name, they think they know everything, but they don't know anything about me.
And I'll say through all of the originals, you know, there's always the thing when someone comes back. Is it stripped down? Is it to really fit with the new sound? There's a world where we could have had all new songs and 3 hits, like guitar, acoustic, stripped back. She managed to bring the songs, which I'm sure are very full aligning with like the her versions, which are the bonus tracks on the new album. But she's made all the classics a little bit up to date, but still very rooted in what they are.
Yeah.
So it's not too dissimilar. It's the song you love, but she has brought it to mix in with everything, which is amazing. So we open with Wake Up, lights on in Hilary, top of the stairs, denim 2-piece, looking bloody phenomenal.
Fluffy jacket.
Oh yes, started with the fluffy jacket. Of course she did. My eyes couldn't believe what was happening in front of me. I was just screaming. And it was so funny because obviously the last time I saw Hilary, and really when she was touring properly, no phones. But now all the phones are right out.
Surreal.
And we were just instantly, this whole night, yes, we're in now, but I was instantly back in 2005. The Most Wanted CD, I had the normal edition, the special edition, listening to the tracks, Wake Up on repeat. Here we are. So the show is kicking off strong. And I had to sort of pace myself because I felt like I was going for it so much. I was like, Joel, you're going to like
combust,
pass out or yes. And I already had like stopped drinking water from the time I got in there because I didn't want to have to go to the loo or anything.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home. Stay hydrated, everyone. But
Stay
I
hydrated,
knew my body's
yeah.
limits.
Yeah.
Once the screaming had stopped at the end of the song, And Hilary was instantly sort of feeling overwhelmed, and she was saying, you know, I want to talk in a little bit because everything's going so much right now. Straight in with So Yesterday.
Yeah.
Now that's how you continue a show. 1-2 punch.
Throughout the whole show, there were many moments that watching her, she really was overcome with emotions. And I actually foolishly, I walked into the venue and I was like, hey, so maybe she's already done LA. And everyone was like, no. bitch.
And this was such the opening special.
Night. Yeah.
Because Hilary Duff's coming back to music, you think, and doing something like this, you think, okay, a limited US only tour.
Yeah. That's why I was really
kicking
shocked.
Off in London. First night, we didn't know what to expect. That's why this was history. This is like our generation's pop star back and loving it and feeling so confident and comfortable, and it feels like the right time for her. You know, it felt like she felt the love and it was going both ways, you know. Mm-hmm. And this is only the beginning, baby. So Yesterday, we're going absolutely strong. At some point around here, the jacket's coming off, so we're just celebrating the two-piece. So Yesterday's going absolutely strong. I did wonder if she would adult any of the lyrics, because the Matrix, the writers and producers of it said, I think it was Cara Diaguardi said the original lyric was, why flip the bird that's already flown away? As in a little up yours. But obviously for a younger audience, changed to I'm just a bird that's already flown away. But we kept with the original lyrics, which makes absolute sense. Then we go into new track, Weather for Tennis. And I will say, this is really smart move as well, because myself, watching it, speaking to Emma, seeing our friend Fabio after, bumped into him, we all said, doesn't the new music sound amazing?
It really does, yeah.
So we've had the few songs, but what I think is great is the songs that we've got now, when the album comes out, it's just already in my bones a bit more. We've heard it live, so your mind's always going to go back to that. What's great about this new music is that it feels like it's Metamorphosis now, but it's halfway between Metamorphosis and then a little bit of elements from Dignity and Breathe In, Breathe Out, but grown up however many years on.
I think that's really interesting because I have really enjoyed the two singles that she's had out so far. So she started with Mature, and then she's got Roommate, which came out before the shows started. All the new songs that she performs on the show, which she did, in total, apart from the two singles, she did, 2 others or 3 others? Yeah. They are actually stronger and much more immediate, in my opinion, than those 2 songs that we already have. So that to me says that, okay, there's a real strategy here with Hilary Duff. Like, they've started with very interesting lyrically songs that captures your imagination. It's Hilary Duff, but it's got like a spikier point of view. It's a little bit more unapologetic, which, on my way to Shepherd's Bush Empire, I was listening to Dignity again. And obviously we just did an episode on Breathe In, Breathe Out last year. So I'm more familiar with that. But even going back to Dignity, I was like, I feel like Hilary has always wanted songs that really said something, that had a little bit more spice in the lyrics.
She's always said extremely lyrically driven. Dignity, until now, was the album she was most across writing-wise.
Yeah.
So lyrically driven pop, always with something to
say.
And
I think we're coming back to that.
About.
We are coming back to that with this album. And it's been very deliberate with those 2 singles that she's put out and with those other songs that she's teased on this show. She's trying to tell you, get ready for confessional pop Hilary Duff.
And boy, are we. So while we've just been loving the new Weather for Tennis, we then go right back to the beginning. Not let's go back to the beginning, but right back to the beginning with the title track of the first album. Now, David, this is what's so special, I think, about this initial run of shows. No matter what happens after, I think this will be a very unique set list of basically the greatest hits of everything to date with some new stuff. Because once this goes on tour, we're going to have a whole new album that's amazing with greatest hits peppered in on tours, I think. But we've right now had Metamorphosis, the title track of the debut album. And I loved this one because
were you
the lights
expecting
were going.
this?
I was not expecting this at all.
Listen, I was next to my friend Adam, who is a big Hilary Duff fan. He was so stoked that Metamorphosis came on.
I was screaming the second it started.
Every day is a transformation. Every day is a new sensation. Alteration, modification, and incarnation. Celebration. Every day is a new...
It gave it a little bit more of like an electro 80s feel. The colours were blasting. And then there is a rap moment. And I think there was some really... This whole show was slick and cool, but also personable. And any moments that she may feel was slightly cringy, she did them in the perfect approach of like, let's have fun with it. The guitarist comes out and she says, I'm going to need everyone's help with this on pink glittery cue cards. Genius. We all went for it. So much fun. Then straight after Metamorphosis, we go into the next song, and she did such a beautiful moment of saying about back in the day, she always loved performing this song, and she went into Fly. And her talking about how much she loved singing the song just took me right back to every bit of Hilary Duff I could find singing live, or performing live, I would be watching. Because we had the first tour on DVD, but then the rest never really had an official tour. And it wasn't for a while till 2006 she came to the UK. And it just took me back to like singing in my bedroom, singing this song out loud. Like I did this song in singing class at school when everyone else is singing musical theatre songs.
Oh.
Fly was mine hair, you know? And I just remember the teacher like not really knowing what's going on, but I'm like, this is what I'm singing.
I would say Fly was actually my highlight of the night.
It was beautiful, wasn't it?
I've always loved Fly, and this song actually was semi-popular in Australia. So I've got specific memories of hearing this in radios, hearing this in department stores with my dad when we're like just shopping, and Fly would come on. And I was so shocked the minute Hilary started singing, all the lyrics came out of my mouth. I did not know what was happening.
They're in your body, darling.
It was in my bones, as she would say on stage. It's in her bones. It's in my bones as well. I found myself singing every ad-lib, like literally every lyric. I was like, wow.
It was at this point, well, I'll tell you what, actually, I'll say that's a lie, not at this point in the concert. The whole day building up to it, I was so overwhelmed in the best possible way. The night before, I was so overwhelmed because I was just re-listening to the whole discography, and I was like, there's so many amazing songs. How are we going to fit this all in? And I'd already had to compromise with myself, talk myself down, say, Joel, you know what kind of show this is. It could be like a 45-minute set. This is dipping the toe in. Even if you came out and you got 3 songs, that's amazing. So getting like a full show. You know, I think some people have said, it was too short. To get like a 70-minute show for Hilary Duff, who's not done a tour in 10 years.
Yeah.
Night one of the tour, what are you expecting? And like, hit. Like, this was the perfect set. There was nothing I could have asked for more.
She was incredibly generous to the fans. I mean, while we're talking about Fly and this album, the self-titled album, the minute...
Lead single, David, saying it was a semi-hit.
Yeah, well, I'm only telling you what I know from Australia, you know, my memory of it. But walking into the venue, me and my friend Adam, we were like, I hope she does The Getaway, which is our favorite from the album. I love The Getaway. But later on in the show, we're going to get another album track from this album, which kind of makes me feel a little bit more, you know, a little bit more seen.
I do think there's a world where if she gets more comfortable a few shows in, Or for
she
Vegas.
could do it.
There's a world where
The
she
Getaway.
might do the Getaway, I think.
We are perched. We are ready. If you are a Getaway stan, let us know in the comments, because that is a bit of me.
But yeah, Fly, and not to sound ridiculous, but I was really, truly overwhelmed in a great way. And all these memories came flooding back, literally of singing it in class, singing it all the time. And I did have to hold back tears. And I know that's like joyous tears, not sad. It was just like everything hitting you at once. But then the party went, and she introduced it of like, this is going to sing a few songs from my last album. And the room went crazy. And instantly she had a little confidence boost. She went, thank you for that. Because she feels funny about that era. But it introduced her to her husband. And what more could you ask for? So I think after these tours, she's going to realise even more the love for not just her whole music career, which I think she is really stunned by, realise the love for Breathe In, Breathe Out as well. So we got a medley. We got My Kind straight into Sparks. When she started doing My Kind, I lost my shit.
I'm with you for the night. You're taking me high. You're loving me right. Think you're one of my kind. You're one of my kind.
I wasn't expecting My Kind, because I mean, I do like My Kind. And I have
Thought
a
we
lot
might
of
have got
favorites.
One in a Million or Confetti.
I love One in a Million. But I was happy to see her do My Kind.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And then we went into Sparks, and wow.
Of course.
Incredible.
With the arm movement, the
And this is what I love, like she
arm,
still did the arm
she leaned
movements
in.
and all this,
She
owned
leaned in.
the
Yeah.
movement. Because if we ever got to speak to Hilary around this time, while she's on this tour, I'd love to know, especially with the old songs, because it just felt like I was like at home watching these concert clips of the way she moves her body and performs. Like, I'd love to know how much of it just feels like it's in your bones. Like, how much did she feel she's Hilary Duff 2026, and how much did she feel like, you know, the costume's back on in a way, like we're just back, this is it?
I think it might be about, and this is pure speculation, but I feel like it might be about 70-30. 30 in your bones, 70 preparation, because I was watching her very intently from where I was. And for this tour, albeit a limited run, you know, sometimes we think, oh, you're going to opening night, there might be some things that need to be worked out. Absolutely fucking not. Hilary Duff was completely seasoned and ready. It really felt like this woman had not had a hiatus. What do you mean she's not performed for 18, 20 years or whatever, how many years it was?
Yeah.
It made no sense to my mind watching this woman on stage, because it was so effortless. And it's that kind of effortless that is the kind of performer that has rehearsed a lot and knows where her cues are, where she needs to stand, where she needs to deliver this bit, where she needs to come to the audience. It just was executed with such fluidity and ease that you kind of momentarily forget that this is the first show in a long fucking time.
Yes,
don't you?
absolutely. Absolutely. Then we get another new song, Future Trippin'. Again, cannot wait for the new album. Then here we go, David and Liam, with Love. Now, if I was healed for not having a Breathe In, Breathe Out tour, I was truly healed by Hil for the Dignity tour never coming to the UK. She posted on hilaryduff.com, European dates coming soon, and they never came. I was refreshing that site every day because that is the tour.
Your mum's like racking up the internet bill. What's going on, Jolie?
Exactly. But boy, are we back. Hearing With Love in 2026 was just incredible.
Now, I knew, as a lot of people going in knew, that she's probably going to do that because that's the one that's had the most viral moment. We know the dance routine is something that gets parodied a bit, but we feel like Hilary has a bit of sense of humor and a bit of grace with it. So I went into this show thinking she's going to incorporate it in some way and reference it.
And she did it in the best way.
So we were all enjoying the song, and it gets to it. It's like, dum, 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 dum. She starts doing the arm movement, and she's like, wait. I can't do this by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I knew, oh, come on.
Come on, girl. Bit of audience participation going on. So we get 3 fans from the audience. Now, these fans at the front, David, everyone was rabid. It was being in a mosh pit.
Adam next to me was like, do you think Joel will go up? I was like, I know he's ready. I know he's ready. But would you have gone up if you were offered? Do you know it?
I would never turn down an opportunity.
Oh. Free t-shirt.
But let's say I was phenomenally overwhelmed. But I would never turn down an opportunity. I'd get up there and freestyle if I had to. Come on, Hil. I'd do some inappropriate dancing at the Hilary Duff concert. So then this is when I was like, we are truly, truly back. 2005's Beat of My Heart, performed by Hilary Duff, my personal favourite of the Most Wanted singles.
Oh, wow.
Because it's just rocky, it's edgy, a little bit dancey. And just hearing that, like, that's one again that, like, I don't feel like, even for a single, I don't feel like it's a surefire one would be on a set list.
Now I'm back to the start. The beat of my heart. The beat of my heart. The beat of my heart. It tears us apart.
And that was where I truly felt like she was just back to performing how she would be in 2005. But we stick with the self-titled Hilary Duff album, which is getting a lot of love tonight. And we get one you alluded to earlier, Someone's Watching Over Me, which was an Australian-only single.
I did not hear it outside of my MP3 player or my Discman.
This is the song that I knew Rage from. Downloaded the clip and it came up Rage.
And this whole time I thought I was special. I thought I was like the only Hilary Duff fan in Australia. Was like, oh yeah, I really like this album track. This is my album track. But the minute that song started, again, same with Fly, I was like, I am amazed at how all these lyrics came out of my mouth.
Oh.
So I won't give up. No, I won't break down. Sooner than it seems, life turns around, and I will be strong.
I love this song. And I was beyond shook that we got this. There was a screenshot of a track list that went round on Twitter. I don't know if you and Adam saw it, of songs that were overheard from Soundcheck. But people post shit online all the time. There's no way to know if that was truth or not. And we bloody got it. Like,
it was a spiritual moment.
It was. Like, I just didn't think in my wildest dreams Someone's Watching Over Me in 2026 would be a thing. By the time I was about 15, 16, I started going for singing lessons. Didn't very much help, we all know. But I started going for singing lessons with a guy with a guitar, all dead rocky. The one that he was trying to make me sing Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I went, I love All Saints! So I was always trying to do edgy stuff. And I was like, I've got just the song that we're doing next week. So I got the guitar sheet music, Someone's Watching Over Me, and we sang it. Sang my heart out with it.
Joel, we need the live lounge version of you doing someone's watch. That's a duet. Listen, I'm ready. Joel's like, no, it's not a duet. It's a solo. But I'm like, okay, this is special.
I'll duet with you anytime.
Okay, next music video night we have. That's our moment.
Brilliant. Can't wait. Can't wait. Then we had our last of new songs that we hadn't heard yet. We Don't Talk. The new songs like sound poppier than I thought they were going to, which was a really, really pleasant surprise. Then we have Why Not? But we have a sofa come out for the previous song and this, which...
I know, she was laying down on a sofa, and I love that the guitarist was kind of sat on the floor with his back leaning against the sofa, giving an acoustic guitar moment. And I was watching that and I was like, do you know what? This is giving very rom-com. Like, it's giving WB series, but, you know, we appreciate the reference. We love the stage work.
Yes. Do you know what it was also giving, especially when we get to this song? me in my living room in Romford. Because, David, the Lizzie McGuire movie soundtrack and the first album just were me dancing around the living room. And this wasn't,
jumping on top of the sofa.
I wasn't
standing...
trashing the living room, but I was jumping up and down. Hilary Duff's performance, I was doing in Romford. Singing Why Not? When it gets to the end credits in the Lizzie McGuire movie, giving performance of both What Dreams Are Made Of and Why Not as the credits roll.
I didn't even think about the intimacy of experiencing these songs and her trying to mirror maybe your experience.
She truly did.
Of doing it. Yeah, her trying to mirror it on stage. I just thought it was a cool, intimate set. But hearing what you're saying now, it's like, yeah, for a lot of people, they were in their living room, vibing out, jumping on top of their parents' couch, doing all the things that she's doing on stage.
Yeah, and if they tell you off, you say, why not? Bloody go for it. And truly, this is where I would just Hilary Duff forever, man. Because when I was a kid loving this, people would say to me, my older sister's friends, Joe, what are you going to do when you grow up and all your friends are going to rock concerts? This is what I'm going to do at rock concerts.
Yeah.
I'm rocking out to fucking Hilary Duff.
Hell yeah. Jump off the couch.
I'll show you rocking out. So yeah, incredible. We must say at some point, I'm not 100% sure where it was in the show, but the moment where she had the drumstick and she went to the top of the stairs and she did the Disney Channel wand moment.
So unexpected. She came on stage. She literally was off stage. She came back on stage and she stood on top of the stairs and she started doing the Disney Channel thing with the drumsticks. And I missed it on my camera because I didn't get to film it. But then she came to the front of the crowd and gave it to someone. Mm-hmm. Very cute.
Then we get arguably, if not definitively, the most famous and well-known Hilary Duff song of all time, Come Clean.
Let the rain fall down and wake my dreams. Let it wash away my sanity. 'Cause I wanna feel the thunder, I wanna now scream. Let the rain fall.
So we all are truly screaming out, let the rain fall down. The lyrics are Come Clean. My heart is full. Then, of course, we're closing out the show with Mature, the comeback single, new outfit. Which, how would you describe this outfit?
I thought it was more like a superhero pop star outfit. It has a cape on it. Is basically like a bodysuit with, it's a one piece with strong shoulder pads, but with like a rose, a giant rose.
Two blue roses, yes.
Yeah. I feel like a botanical theme is very strong with Hilary's new era.
She looks like all of you girls, but blonder. A little like me, just younger. Bet she loves when she hears you say you're so mature for your age, baby. She looks.
And then I think this outfit is a little bit of a nod to the What Dreams Are Made Of outfit.
Well, I was gonna wait for you to say that because I'm not as familiar with that reference. So I thought she was saving it deliberately for the end for something like that.
And I did think she was maybe going to rip off
the cape.
The cape, because the skirt gets ripped off in the Lizzie McGuire movie. We get Hilary Duff performing What Dreams Are Made Of for the very first time outside of the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. I've got somewhere I'll belong.
This truly is the song of our generation, but it transcends because it's always popular on social media. This era of Disney has then reached the following eras. The Lizzie McGuire movie is just then part of the vernacular and in rotation. This song is evergreen, popping off. So many people have connections to this. But the performance was incredible. As you said, so much confetti coming out. to end it. It
Butterfly
was just
confetti.
like, I never want this to end. Confetti, including butterflies in there, to go with the branding of the new album and back to Metamorphosis. And I was just, I had so many flashbacks, David. I was just like, I went, I dragged my dad along to take me to go and see the Lizzie McGuire movie. I'm at that cinema, and I remember my mind being blown seeing that song performed for the first time. Then I remember I had to pre-order and import the movie from America on DVD because I had to have it. I couldn't wait. And I was just like, oh. And then, I'm sure I've told you before, when Kylie, my older sister, and her friends were over after school, I would always perform this routine in the living room for them. The full movie sequence.
Love.
Playing Isabella and Lizzie. Doing it all. And I was just like, right back to it. And it was their best. This was, no exaggerations, the best night of my life.
Oh my God. Wonderful.
We never, and all the stuff on the bucket list, I never thought.
Yeah.
I never thought, let alone we'd see, I never thought Hilary Duff would perform What Dreams Are Made Of.
Yeah.
And it is just such an important moment in our lives, then and now. To see it back, to see Hilary as a polished pop star releasing, the music she's most happy to be releasing today, which we are so excited to devour when the album comes out. I just hope so much more comes. But if nothing more comes, I can be so happy and feel so blessed and honoured to have been able to be in that room, because I know there were so many fans that tried so hard to get in there and couldn't. So we do hope that this has given you a little slice and a taste. But please just know the opportunity was not wasted, because I am so thankful to have been in that room.
It was incredible to witness, and so much joy, and it's actually made me really excited to see what Hilary does with the new album. I think it's a good runway into the new album.
For
sure.
100%.
For sure.
I think we're going to see this marketing rollout done a lot more with legacy acts this way. Teasing this mini tour, that's saying, realizing that huge demand is there. It's a new template, I think.
Good for Hil.
Good for Hil. But how she defined the Disney Channel stars and that era of pop stars, I think she's now doing again with legacy acts. A trailblazer's a trailblazer,
Yeah.
And then, David, look, I'm off to continue living in 2004 because I am off to see Ashley Simpson in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Thank you, David. Thank you for jumping on this. And thank you, listeners. Do let us know if you're going to see Hilary in any of the other cities. Let us know if you're going to go and see Hilary in Vegas. Wow. You can follow... Yeah, all I can say is, wow, that's the review. You can follow us at Right Back Pod on all social platforms. Keep your eyes peeled. Plenty more episodes to come. Hit subscribe wherever you're listening to us and leave us a lovely 5-star review and a comment on Spotify. You can follow me at Dr._Joel B, and you can follow him at
Love Lemmy.
Until next time,
Bye.